Sexual harassment is a term that carries significant weight, impacting individuals, workplaces, educational institutions, and society as a whole. At its core, sexual harassment refers to unwelcome behavior of a sexual nature that creates an intimidating, hostile, or offensive environment for the person experiencing it. Understanding what constitutes sexual harassment, recognizing its various forms, and knowing your rights and avenues for safety are essential steps in fostering respectful environments and supporting those affected. Sexual harassment is not limited to overt physical advances. It can be verbal, nonverbal, or physical, and occur in person or online. Some common examples include unwanted sexual comments or jokes, suggestive gestures, inappropriate touching, displaying sexually explicit images, or repeated requests for dates despite being turned down. Even seemingly minor actions, like persistent staring or suggestive emails, can be considered harassment if they make someone uncomfortable or feel threatened. One of the key elements of sexual harassment is that it is unwelcome and unwanted. Consent plays a vital role. If the behavior is not mutually desired, it crosses a line. Power dynamics often intensify the impact. For instance, when a supervisor harasses an employee or a teacher targets a student, the imbalance can make it harder for the victim to speak up or feel safe. Sexual harassment can take place in various settings. In the workplace, it might involve a manager making inappropriate comments to a subordinate, coworkers sharing explicit jokes, or someone being promised a promotion in exchange for sexual favors, often referred to as quid pro quo harassment. In educational settings, it could be a teacher propositioning a student, or students bullying a peer with sexual rumors or comments. Online, harassment might appear as unsolicited explicit messages, cyberstalking, or sharing private images without consent. The impact of sexual harassment is profound. Victims may experience anxiety, depression, loss of confidence, or even physical symptoms like insomnia or headaches. It can disrupt work or academic performance, lead to job loss, and have long-term effects on a person's sense of safety and trust. The fear of retaliation or not being believed often keeps victims silent, perpetuating the cycle of abuse. It's important to know that sexual harassment is not just inappropriate. It is illegal in many countries, including under laws such as Title VII of the Civil Rights Act in the United States or the Equality Act in the United Kingdom. These laws protect individuals from harassment in the workplace and educational settings and hold organizations accountable for preventing and addressing such behavior. Employers and schools have a legal responsibility to create safe, respectful environments and to respond promptly to complaints. Understanding your rights is crucial. If you feel you are being harassed, you have the right to speak up and seek support. Documenting incidents, keeping a record of dates, times, what was said or done, and any witnesses can help if you choose to make a formal complaint. Most organizations have policies and procedures in place for reporting sexual harassment. You can report the behavior to a supervisor, human resources, or a designated officer. In educational settings, there are often Title IX coordinators or similar roles dedicated to handling such complaints. If the internal process does not resolve the situation, or if you do not feel safe reporting within the organization, external resources are available. Government agencies, such as the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, EEOC in the United States, provide avenues for filing complaints. Many countries have hotlines, legal aid organizations, and advocacy groups dedicated to supporting victims of sexual harassment. These resources can offer guidance, support, and legal advice. It's also important to recognize the role of bystanders. If you witness sexual harassment, you can make a difference. Supporting the victim, intervening safely when possible, and reporting the behavior can help stop harassment and create a culture of respect. Bystander intervention programs teach people how to recognize problematic behavior and respond effectively, whether by distracting the harasser, directly addressing the situation, or seeking help from authorities. Prevention is a collective responsibility. Organizations should provide training to employees and students about what constitutes sexual harassment, how to report it, and the consequences for perpetrators. Clear policies, visible reporting mechanisms, and a commitment from leadership set the tone for a safe environment. Regular communication about respect, boundaries, and consent reinforces expectations and supports a culture of dignity. For individuals, understanding boundaries and practicing respectful communication are key. Consent is not just about sexual activity. It applies to jokes, compliments, and physical contact in everyday interactions. If you are unsure whether your behavior is welcome, it's always best to ask or refrain. Listening to others, respecting their boundaries, and apologizing if you make a mistake contribute to a safer, more inclusive environment. Supporting someone who has experienced sexual harassment requires empathy and care. Listen without judgment, believe their account, and offer resources or help if they want it. Avoid blaming the victim or minimizing their experience. Healing from harassment can take time, and knowing they have support can make a significant difference. Sexual harassment is a serious issue, but it is one that can be addressed through awareness, education, and collective action. By understanding what sexual harassment is, recognizing its impact, and knowing your rights and options, you empower yourself and others to stand up against inappropriate behavior. Creating environments where everyone feels safe, respected, and valued is not just a legal obligation. It is a moral one, shaping the society we all share. If you or someone you know is experiencing sexual harassment, know that you are not alone and help is available. Reaching out for support, whether to trusted friends, family, or professional organizations, is a brave and important step. Together, through compassion, vigilance, and action, we can work toward a world free from sexual harassment, where dignity and respect are the norm for everyone.